Hi Libra, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for August 15th through September 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right, Libra, Harsh Truth for Libra. Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Page of Swords, Chariot, another 7, and King of Cups. So this could be Cancerian, and right here, King of Cups, I read that as Pisces. Okay, so, what news have you received? Finding out something here. You're getting word of something, or you're, there's a lot of busyness around you, a lot of chatter. It's just Nine of Wands about for Libra. Let me do like this. It's just Nine of Wands about for Libra. Temperance, so that could be Sagittarius. So this has to do with you wondering if things are going to work out, and you're having to kind of be strategic about things and very careful and play things close to the vest. So is this about gossip that you're hearing? What is this? What's this Six of Wands about? Two of Wands. Is this about work? Is this Eight of Pentacles about Libra? King of Cups, Pisces. Okay. So Libra, you could be, doesn't have to be, you could be dealing with Pisces. This is Sagittarius here. So I think you're wanting to kind of detach and just have some time for yourself, or to feel at peace with where you're at and what you're doing, and feeling like it's going to go somewhere, but it feels like you feel stagnant, and it's like you're constantly bombarded with noise. What is that all about? What's this Page of Swords? What's this Page of Swords? Did you just, this is what it feels like. It feels like things came to a head and you just went enough, and you pulled back on something. You pulled back on something, and it's like you're reconfiguring what you're going to do, and it feels like social or business. I don't know if this is romantic. This feels like you have made or are going to make some changes with work or business, because something kind of got out of control, or it just got weird, and you're pulling back and going another direction. I keep getting Pisces. This wasn't Pisces. This is Pisces. That's Chariot. That's Cancerian. Keeps feel like okay. What's this Chariot about for Libra? Four of Pentacles. Good. All right. So perhaps you're trying to get involved, or not get involved. Perhaps you're trying to because it just, sorry. I was going to say, perhaps you're trying to reroute and get past all this noise. You got things coming in and people coming at you, and you're just kind of wanting things to settle in and come into this clearing and be easy, or at least settle down to where it's manageable. Not easy, but manageable. And yet you've got all this noise around you, and it's like you're not able to, it's like you're having to just trying to move forward. It's a struggle. So this feels like you're actually not supposed to. You are supposed to stay where you're at and use stealth. I don't think this is about you finding a way out and finding a way forward. For some reason, you're supposed to be able to be strategic with where you're at. It is not about backtracking and recalibrating, but rather recalibrating where you're at, because you're going to be there for a little bit. What's this King of Cups? This is, okay, because I keep getting Pisces thrown in there. Death card, that could be Scorpio. So the thing is this, either you're trying to outrun grief, and like if this is an internal thing, you're trying to outrun grief, and no, gotta sit and think with it, gotta kind of get through it, right? If this is physical, this is you trying to distance yourself from a physical circumstance, because you're being bombarded. I don't think that it's because you're busy at work per se. I think that you're just feeling confined, or there's some kind of social aspect to work that might have gotten out of control, like there's a lot of gossip. It's just a lot of noise for you to deal with. It's almost like you just want to kind of have some time to unplug. And the reason why you want to do that is because of a relationship issue, it feels like, because that's what's really at play here, is that work is not the distraction that you wanted it to be. And I think that's making you want to change things, because work used to at least be a place where you could kind of distract yourself, kind of do, well, that's gotten weird. That's changed somehow. There's either new management or they've moved things around. There's something that's not conducive to you having work be the outlet that it used to be, because you've got a social situation here that's impacting you at work. It also feels like you're trying to get through something internally, emotionally. There's a grieving going on here, and work is not providing the escape that it used to for that. The thing is, no matter what you do, you're still going to be feeling that, and that's what you need to grieve before you can really move on. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but what this is saying here is it's not about you changing anything on the outside, because that's, if you do, that's going to be a distraction for you trying to process whatever's going on internally. So you're kind of supposed to stay where you are. I'm sorry. I know I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, okay, that's not what you were expecting. That's not what you wanted to hear. Because you're kind of processing, you got 6, 7, 8, 9 here. You're kind of processing through something. And the idea is not to get up to 8 and stop it and just go and, okay, all right, fine. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, I got it. Boom, you're gone. No. There's something you're avoiding that you've got to see through. This is not about cutting and running. I know that that's what you want to do, but this is about you staying the course and kind of having the fortitude, or knowing that you have that to withstand what's coming. I feel like you want to get out of your job though, because it's just gotten like, you just don't want to be there anymore. But it also consider it would be the perfect distraction for you to kind of break from whatever you're trying to process emotionally. So, and I think for the Libras I'm reading for, you like to keep busy anyway, and it could be because you're kind of constantly trying to distance yourself from things. Just consider it. I'm not, saying that anything other than that it could just be a deterrent to you actually kind of dealing with emotions, uncomfortable emotions about things. So on the one hand, you just want to break from the noise, but the pursuit of that creates more noise. It creates more distance and distraction from you actually getting to the bottom of the noise. So the pursuit of the distraction actually works against you from resolving the noise, even though it used to be an escape for it before. Okay, that was for Libra here. For dealing with the person. What do we got here for dealing with the person? That was for Libra, if you're dealing with the person. So this is about you staying put. This is about not making, I can't believe I'm saying this, not making any changes. I'm always about like, well, when you get ready to do this, okay, so this is what's going on with your person here. If you're dealing with a person, okay, that's not going to work because you can't see it. If you're dealing with a person, it looks like this is about it coming to an end, and you're wanting that time to kind of sort your feelings out, but it's the darndest thing. On the surface level, it looks like, oh, I just need a break. I just need to... But actually, it's not. It's about keeping busy so you don't ever really get that break. Huh. Okay. Okay. I know that sounds weird, but Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like this is you're just trying to handle it, you know, and you're very productive and you're very you're, I was gonna say a go-getter, but you're certainly industrious enough to keep busy and handle life and adult and all that. But it's, in this instance, it just feels like you're trying to outrun it, and it could very well be that you're trying to avoid contact. There's something that you have to finish with them. Might be legal or clerical things, closing out with the person, or a job, could be this job, and you're really just not wanting to deal with it anymore. You're really just wanting to just kind of cut it off. And I think this is, again, you wanting to distract, because there's this last little bit you have to deal with this person, and then when you do it, it's really final, and I think that might be what you're avoiding. That's for Libra. Page of Cups. Yeah, we've still got some feelings, some residual feelings you want to deal with, and it's kind of not hard, but it's kind of nice because you got ideas about what you want to do. This isn't for a lack of creativity, but you're being stalled. You're being stalled where you're at so that you can sit with an ending, so you can process an ending, so you can work through it. You're being stalled. It's going to be ended. You're going to be able to progress, but there's this last thing that you have to deal with before you're able to do that. I don't know if it's closing out paperwork. I don't know if it's signing something. I don't know if it's giving over the keys. I don't know if it's moving out, but you got to stay put where you're at. You're not meant to leave yet. You got to close something out. I'm sorry. Don't throw things at the screen, because I know you want to break out of there. I know you're just like, oh, you're wanting to get gone. All right. Oh, what am I doing with that? Okay. Else for Libra. Yay. You are safe from harm. I'll take that, because this is you probably being very stealthy. This is you figuring out, all right, in the meantime, this is what I've got to do. Okay, trust in that, because whatever you're thinking of doing, this is the green light for it. This is saying it's a good plan. You're safe from harm. You're able to withstand this right here, 7 of Swords and 9 of Wands. You're able to withstand this for just a little bit longer. Not too much longer. I'd say about 6 weeks. But whatever you're dealing with, you're going to have to probably deal with for maybe even till the end of September. But you're going to be able to. So just stay the course. You're looking at other alternatives or future, maybe it's gosh, it feels like a new house. Maybe a new job. Keep looking, keep those like on a list somewhere, so just keep everything in mind, because you're meant to stay where you're at for now, but it's going to loosen up towards the middle of September. Okay. This could be Scorpio, by the way. Oopsie. What else for Libra? Learn from those who inspire you. So, okay, I think this is what you're supposed to, I think this is kind of why you're supposed to stay put, because you're just wanting to kind of get a move on, a flee, and this and that, or get busy. You're plenty busy. You'll be fine. I think the sitting and the listening and the sort of enduring and closing out is difficult. It always is. I mean, let's be real here. So this could be talking about wise counsel over your options, or talking to wise counsel about your options to see what you could do here, using the help of friends to help you succeed, give you some options, figure out what to do. For some of you, it might even be moving in with a friend. But this is also time to, meditate. Where's this king right here? Meditate, to get back in touch with source or yourself. Have those conversations with friends and family that might want to help you, because you're kind of trying to close something out. You're trying to get through something here. You're trying to manage noise. You're trying to manage your own noise. You got outside coming at you. You need to ground, and you need to have people around you that are kind and supportive and that can give you wise counsel and that you trust. Because you're probably going to be needing them to help you transition physically if you're moving, but also emotionally, because there's an end coming, or an end that you're trying to get through that's going to be final pretty soon here, and you're going to need your tribe. Just saying. You can withstand this. You've got what it takes, but there's also stealth involved. There's you having to endure it that is draining, right? So having to gear up, having to endure until you can leave, that's draining. So, okay. What else for Libra? Okay, so we got 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands on its side and 10 of Pentacles on its side. So we've got stalled movement and delay, and not really able to enact change or at least pursue it. There's this whole idea swimming around of like talking about things that you want to do, but not being able to do anything yet. And that's okay. Plans are always a good thing, right? So keep planning. It's coming. It's just not here yet. You're in the process, but you got to close a few things out first. It's not complete yet. It's not done yet. So this has to get closed out before you can start doing the plans, before you can start moving forward, moving in with your friend, changing jobs. All these steps aren't taking place yet. You're in a holding pattern. But you will be able to withstand it, and you will have the support from your tribe that you need. It's just that you'd much rather be elsewhere and have distance from the outside noise and the inside noise. And you will. It's just holding pattern for about the next 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. Okay, all right, Libra. I hope this was helpful. You got this. Hang in there. Reprieve is coming. Just got to close this out. All right. I hope to see you in the next reading. Much love to you. You take care.